Kuala Lumpur, Malaysian politics was thrown into turmoil on Thursday, with Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin clashing with the King over the revocation of emergency ordinances. There were calls, even from Tan Sri Muhyiddin's own allies, for him to quit after the palace issued a statement in the morning that contained a rare and stunning rebuke of the government. The palace insisted that the king, Sultan Abdullah Ahmad Shah, did not endorse the government's unilateral move to withdraw the ordinances under the state of emergency which he proclaimed in January. It is due to expire on Sunday. Opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim read the palace statement to cries of betrayal and traitor in parliament, which is sitting for the first time since December. He called for the resignation of Mr. Takiyuddin and Mr. Muhyiddin as well. Datuk Seri Anwar then filed a fresh motion of no confidence against Mr. Muhyiddin, but it was not addressed after Deputy Speaker Rashid Hassan announced the adjournment of the session because 2 COVID-19 cases were detected in Parliament this week. Datuk Hassan said the sitting had been adjourned until next Monday as COVID-19 tests are conducted. The Prime Minister, meanwhile, was holed up with close advisers in cabinet as well as the Attorney General at his residence. But, according to sources close to the Premier, Mr. Muhyiddin is digging his heels in, taking the position that the Constitution obliges the King to act in accordance with the government's advice. The Prime Minister's office responded in the evening by pointing out that, according to the palace statement, the King is aware that His Majesty must accept and act according to the Cabinet's advice as provided in Article 40 of the Federal Constitution. The PMO press release also added that Mr. Muhyiddin and the Attorney General had further explained to the King, in an audience on Tuesday, the government's advice on the cancellation of the ordinances. UMNO, the largest party in the governing Perikatan Nasional coalition which has been split about remaining in it, made an open call for the Premier to step down, accusing him of treason. Saint understands that UMNO ministers who have remained steadfast to Mr. Muhyiddin, despite pressure from Zahid, have told the Prime Minister his grip on power has been shaken by the discord with the palace. Mr. Muhyiddin was widely seen as secure in office despite long-standing doubts over his parliamentary majority, due to Sultan Abdullah's implied endorsement of him. The party Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia president was sworn in by the ruler to lead the government in March 2020 despite his predecessor Mahathir Mohamad claiming to have the backing of more MPs. Sultan Abdullah also called on MPs to support the government's budget at the end of last year and then assented to Mr. Muhyiddin's request for the emergency in January, moves that has so far kept Mr. Muhyiddin in power. On Monday, Mr. Takiyuddin claimed that the ordinances, which the government insisted were crucial to deal with the worsening COVID-19 situation in the country, were cancelled by Cabinet on July 21, prompting the opposition to question whether the King had consented to the decision, as the withdrawal of the laws had not been officially gazetted. A government spokesman told Street that the administration had decided there was no longer any need for the ordinances, as Malaysia's vaccination program is going well and the COVID-19 crisis should be under control by October.